Raider Nation, this rookie class might be better than we thought. They're not just showing flashes at OTAs. Some of these guys are flat out standing out. Coaches are noticing. Veterans are impressed. And a few rookies already making serious noise. One of them even had Maxx Crosby talking. Another embarrassed a corner so bad people are still bringing it up. This isn't hype. This is real. Let's break down who's turning heads and why this class might be special. What's up, buddies? Welcome back. If you are new here, make sure you hit the subscribe button. We cover all AFC West news here on this channel. Let's start with the top of the draft, Ashton Jeanty. Look, there's no surprise here. He was the Raiders' top pick for a reason. But what's impressive isn't just the skill. It's the leadership, the humility, the way he carries himself. Everyone around the facility talks about how coachable he is. That's huge. He's not acting like some entitled rookie. He's in it, locked in. And if you're wondering about the Chip Kelly stance drama from before, that's already in the rearview. Jeanty responded the way you hope a future star would, with work. He's already setting a tone. And let me tell you, he's being used in more ways than most fans expected. Yes, we knew he was a strong runner, but the Raiders are actively testing him in the passing game. Now, don't expect him to suddenly become a 60-catch guy. That's not his game right now, but it tells you how much faith they have in his upside. Pass protection is still a work in progress, but they're throwing things at him, and he's handling it like a pro. The vibe around Jeanty? He's not just the guy of this rookie class, he might be the heartbeat of this new era. Now over to Jack Bech, the wide receiver. This dude brings fire, like real every snap, chip on his shoulder fire. Early notes from inside the room suggest there's genuine belief he could become WR2. That was surprising to hear this early, but the coaching staff clearly sees something. Yes, Trey Tucker isn't backing down and keeps reminding folks not to forget him. But Bech's work ethic and physicality are hard to ignore. He plays with that gritty underdog edge. The comparisons flying around? Think Brock Bowers in terms of being underestimated. Now, obviously Bech isn't Brock, but it's the same kind of vibe. Sneaky athletic, better than you think hands, and a guy who will block, scrap, and claw for every rep. Oh, and those rumors floating around about a contract issue? Completely false. He's locked in, ready to compete. Now let's get into a real sleeper. Darien Porter, the cornerback. This dude is turning heads, and I mean Maxx Crosby is talking about him. You know it's serious when the face of your franchise goes out of his way to call out a rookie, in a good way. Porter's football IQ is off the charts. He's not just absorbing information, he's applying it, fast. That's rare. You tell him something once, he gets it, and then boom, it's showing up on the field. And here's the thing, you can tell he was a wide receiver. He runs like one, he thinks like one, and his ball skills prove it. His transitions look natural, he's fluid, and he moves with that kind of easy athleticism that stands out even in the pros. That long, lanky frame fits right into what Pete Carroll loves in his DBs. Think Richard Sherman mold. It's almost like Porter was built for this system. A total scheme fit and a guy to watch. Now over to the O-line, Caleb Rogers. I'll be honest, this is a player I didn't expect much from early, but he's winning me over. One word that keeps coming up when you talk to folks around the team? Maturity. He carries himself like a vet. He's become one of the vocal leaders in the rookie group. And that doesn't just happen by accident. What the coaches love most? His desire to be versatile. He's not just accepting different roles, he's asking for them. That mindset is gold when you're building depth on an NFL offensive line. He might not be a day one starter, but Rodgers is laying the groundwork to become a long-term piece. And let me tell you, he's one of those players you want in the locker room just as much as on the field. Let's talk about a potential breakout star now. Dante Thornton Jr. If you've been sleeping on this guy, wake up. People inside the building are starting to call him the best-kept secret in the NFL. He's a flat-out alien, 6 feet 5 inches, 210 pounds, runs a 4.3, confident and always smiling. The tools are ridiculous. But here's where it gets interesting. He's not just a freak athlete. His route tree is cleaner than people thought. Watch his Oregon tape. He can run the full tree. He's not just a go-ball merchant. And when Maxx Crosby starts comparing him to Martavis Bryant, yeah, you listen. Crosby said he runs like him, looks like him, wears number 10, has the dreads, the grills. He's got that vibe, but with even more upside. Because if this kid puts it all together, he's a matchup nightmare. And even if all he becomes is a high-end decoy, that's still a weapon you've got to game plan around. You can't teach that speed. You can't teach that size. And most importantly, you can't teach the confidence this kid plays with. Let's shift back to the trenches. Charles Grant. He's another O-lineman who's handling the transition better than expected. Coming out of William and Mary, the level of competition was obviously going to be a question. But he's out there competing like he belongs. And when a guy walks into the room with a 7-foot wingspan, you notice he still needs to bulk up. That's the common note from coaches. The tools are there, but the strength has to follow. If it does, he could be a solid rotational piece, maybe more. If not, some folks worry he could go the Brandon Parker route, long, athletic, but never quite locked in. It's up to him. But so far, positive signs. On the defensive side, Tonka Hemingway is one of the more under-the-radar guys in this class. Not a ton of notes yet, but the feedback is steady. Coaches like what they see. He's a bit of a tweener, which can be tricky in the NFL, but he's explosive off the line and apparently a better athlete than his tape suggested. First step quickness is legit, and he's got the kind of attitude that defensive line coach Rob Leonard can mold. Another intriguing name, J.J. Pegues. Versatility is the word here. He's willing to do anything. Line up at end? Sure. Slide inside? Done. Need him to run the football? He'll do it. He's got that 6th-round chip on his shoulder, and he's using it. The quickness off the snap is surprising for a guy his size, and he's always smiling. You want culture guys in your locker room. He's one of them. Let's get to the most raw but electric weapon in this group, Tommy Mellott. This is a guy the staff is trying to turn into a slot receiver. But make no mistake, he's a playmaker. Former quarterback at Montana State, arguably one of the best athletes to ever come through that program. They just wanted the ball in his hands, plain and simple. And even now, early in camp, he's already got a viral moment. Word is he cooked a defensive back, left him on the turf looking like he slipped on a basketball crossover. That's how quick Mellott is in those first 5 to 10 yards. He's still learning the finer points of playing receiver, especially hands catching and route precision, but the raw ability is absolutely there. Let's hit on Cam Miller, the quarterback. Quietly, one of the most interesting players in this class. He's not flashy, but he's incredibly technically sound. Lightning, quick release, good athlete, and a natural leader. You can tell he was the guy at North Dakota State, which is no joke. That's the Alabama of the FCS. He carried that program like a true pro. The upside might be limited compared to other QBs, but as a developmental backup, Miller is exactly what you want. He takes the playbook seriously, absorbs coaching, and clearly has a good football mind. And apparently Tom Brady took notice. According to John Spytek, Brady liked Miller's mechanics, throwing from the ground up smooth motion, room to improve. That's high praise, and it means something. And finally, Cody Lindenberg, the 7th-round linebacker. This is your classic grinder. High football IQ, big motor, and a chip on his shoulder the size of Allegiant Stadium. He's still growing into his body, but his mentality? It's already pro-ready. Coaches say he's always locked in, always saying yes to whatever's asked of him. He might not be a star, but don't be shocked if he becomes a special team standout and grows into a rotational piece down the line. Bottom line, Raider Nation, this rookie class is showing out. This isn't smoke. These aren't press conference cliches. These are real notes from inside the building, from coaches, vets, and people who know what NFL talent looks like. It's been a long time since Raiders fans could feel this good about a full draft class. And if this momentum holds, this group could be the foundation of something serious. Stay tuned, because this thing might just be getting started.